The World is Too Much With Us by William Wordsworth, 1770 to 1850. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything we are out of tune, it moves us not. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathèd horn. Okay, this poem is by William Wordsworth. Let's see, he came from Cumberland in the north of England. He became poet laureate to Queen Victoria. He was very fond of nature. So, what's this poem about? Well, this poem is saying that we have lost touch with nature. We are too concerned with our daily lives, with greed and buying things and getting money, and we've lost touch with nature. And he is lamenting this. He's lamenting the idea that for us the new God is money and greed and getting more and more. And it's interesting, to me at least, that here he's writing in probably about 1800, maybe 1810, and clearly at this time greed and consumerism was already a serious problem. Okay, so let's read this. The world is too much with us, and this is the idea of this poem. It's saying we are too concerned with the things of the human world, with human concerns, with power, with money, with success, with fame. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. So staying late and starting early, we try to get things, we try to spend things, and we lay waste, we destroy our powers. So we are wasting our lives, we're wasting our energy, trying to progress in human society, to be important. Little we see in nature that is ours. So we have lost our connection with nature. We can't see that nature is where we came from. Nature is part of us. We've lost touch. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. So a boon is something that is really good, that is great. So, yes, the COVID lockdowns were a boon to people who worked in internet. And sordid is morally corrupt, disgusting. So, yes, there is a boon of things that are available to us, a boon of different things, but this is actually morally corrupt. So we've given away our hearts away. Our hearts should be connected with nature, but we've given our hearts to the gods of money and fame and power and things like this. And it seems like a boon, a wonderful thing to us, but it's actually corrupt. this sea that bears her bosom to the moon. So now he's looking at nature, at natural things. And here he's personifying the sea. And the sea opens her dress, shows her breasts to the moon. So this is like this personal interaction between the moon and the sea. Yeah, to bear, to show naked. So that there is this human relationship between the sea and the moon. And there is the same relationship for us, but we've lost sight of it. The wind that will be howling at all hours, and are gathered up now like sleeping flowers. So the winds that howl oh, at all hours, yeah, are gathered up now like sleeping flowers. So I think this gathered up, the winds are gathered up. We don't notice them, yeah. We ignore them. We ignore the nature of the wind, yeah. And the wind is just something that you hear outside, yeah. It's a sleeping flower. It's something that, well, it exists, but it's nothing to do with us. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. So we've lost our contact with nature. We're out of tune with nature. Yeah, we don't appreciate the sea and the wind and the moon and the beauties of nature. It moves us not. So we don't feel emotional about it. We don't see this beauty. Great God! So he's an exclamation. He's really upset. I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So I would rather be a pagan, not a Christian. Yeah, somebody who worships one of the old religions. Okay, to suckle. So a baby suckles, it sucks its mother's breast. Yeah, so taught in a creed. So a creed is a belief. Yeah, and outworn, outmoded, old-fashioned. So I would rather be a pagan from an ancient religion who was taught values that are no longer in fashion. And here this is quite good, because I think the pagan religions, they appreciated nature. Most of the gods were the gods of nature. And the prayers were to nature to give us a good harvest, to give us good weather, yeah, for it not to be so cold. So he said, I'd rather be a pagan and appreciate nature, because this was what I was taught from my youth, even if I believe in gods that are not the Christian God of my society. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. So a lea is a field. So I would rather be this pagan, because like that, I would be able to stand on this pleasant field and have glimpses, to see things that would make me less forlorn, less depressed, because I would look at nature around me, and I would appreciate the birds and the trees and the winds, yeah, the gods of the birds, the god of the trees, the god of the wind, and this would be much less depressing than thinking about money and power and fame and things like that. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea. So he would be able to have glimpses. He would be able to see Proteus coming out of the sea. So Proteus is an ancient Greek god of the sea. Yeah, so he could see the ancient god, is a pagan god, is a Greek god, coming out of the sea. Or hear old Triton blow his wreathèd horn. Triton was another god of the sea. And Triton blowing his horn. I think he's blowing his horn for the winds, or blowing his horn to ask the storms to come. So Proteus and Triton, these are two ancient Greek gods who are pagan gods. Okay, blow on his wreathèd horn. It's got wreaths. It's got flowers and leaves around it. Yeah. So his wreathed horn. It's wreathèd is talking about the decoration on his horn. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The World is Too Much With Us by William Wordsworth.